Welcome back, and we're going to test the changes. I just restarted Unity because for some reason I wasn't able to get to back to the John Lemon prefab. So if I do this, okay, he's right there. I don't know what the problem was before. I was on there, but then I didn't see the John Lemon prefab, so I zoomed out. So that's why it zoomed out when I reloaded here. Anyways, add the player movement script to John Lemon. Once you've returned the Unity, edit prefab to enter prefab mode. Okay, in the project window, go to Asset Scripts and find the player movement script. Okay, so Assets, Scripts. Whoa, what did I do? Oh. Can I revert? Can I revert? Revert. Open project. Open this. Why can't I open? Can I reopen it? Why can't I reopen it? Okay, fine. File. Exit. Let's start this again. I don't know. Seems like when I do stuff and I can't get back to anything, it's kind of a pain in the butt. I have to restart every time. And I probably don't, but apparently I bet you nothing was saved. I bet you that scripts is still... Dang. Okay, so I believe scripts is not in shaders, and so I'm going to go along with the view that it was in the... Yeah, scripts wouldn't be in shaders. Not that you wouldn't have some sort of shader script, I guess, but that's what the shader is. So, okay, so drag the player movement script from the project window to the inspector window. Okay, so I need to actually go to open. All right. So now take player movement, drag it to there. Player movement script. I see. Because you could add component, but it automatically adds it. Save button. So I just saved it. Click the back arrow to return to the along the prefabs breadcrumb. The main scene isn't loaded. Go to project window and load it by double clicking on the scene asset scenes folder. Okay. So now we are in the scene. Okay, select your John Lemon game object in the scene. You'll see that it has all the components and setting you gave it to prefab. So, yes. Alright, so that step is completed. Now what? Adjust your game view settings. Before you test the prefab, you may need to adjust some of the settings for your game view. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and close this up and then expand this out again a little bit. Like so. So before you test, okay, if you have a high resolution monitor, Unity automatically scales the game window to improve performance. It does this by setting the scale of the game window. Your scene currently isn't complicated enough to make performance a concern. So if you have an issue, let's fix it now. Select the game window tab. The game window tab. You can see if your game window is scaled on the top. Scale is just 1 times. Click on the aspect ratio drop down. It currently says free aspect. Right. I see it. Disable the low resolution aspect ratios checkbox, and then change the scale slider to 1x. If you can't disable this box or is already disabled, don't worry. This won't affect the finished game, and should be automatically configured for your monitor. So let's disable the low resolution aspect ratios. So disable. It won't let me do that. If you can't disable this box, this won't affect the finished game. Game window now looks as it should, so you can test your John Lemon. Click the play button to begin and use the arrow keys to move John Lemon around. Okay, so scale. Okay. Alright, let's just see what happens. Hey, what do you know? Hello, John Lemon. Do 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 do. And he's a little scared. I think he turns a little slow to myself, but that's alright. What? Dancing. Oh, clipping. He's very fearful, this John Lemon. Lemonhead, or whatever he is. Note, if you receive a compiler error message, don't panic. Go back, check your code against the example carefully. Easy to make mistakes, especially when you just written your first script. Make sure to save any fixes and then test play mode again. And guess what? I am done with this particular part. In this tutorial, your first script and explore some of the core concepts of coding in Unity. If you have no coding experience and understood everything easily, well done. But don't worry if you struggle with anything on your first try. Take some time to practice and feel comfortable with these concepts. In the next tutorial, you'll be creating the environment and lighting for your game so that John Lemon is somewhere spooky to escape from. Okay, so I am not a noob by any means. But I still really don't know what quaternions are, and yeah, so this is still a good sign, a good start here. Anyways, I think I will. Okay, I guess I can continue the next step. Let's see, what if I continue to next step? Actually, I'm going to go ahead and span this out for a moment. Actually, I should stop him from playing because I'm not doing anything. Okay. And the environment, but before I do that, let's go back to the, I'm going to have to go to my bookmark, and we're going to have to go back to the table of contents. And so now we have the environment, the camera, ending the game, enemies, part 1 and part 2, audio, build, run, and distribute. So, we are a good ways. Now normally I probably would have switched back to the wiki book, but I think in this case I am actually going to go ahead and do the next thing. I'm not sure. Right, there's that. And the camera, how big is that? Oh, looks like quite a bit there. Quite a bit of stuff there. Little effects and things. Ending the game. So let's see, what does it say? Create an end to the game, enable to create complete experience. UI. Okay, so the enemies aren't actually till after that. However, the environment. Okay, let's go ahead and stop and reset this. I guess I could cut this early. So in the next deal, I'm going to go ahead and continue on. We're going to do environment, and then we'll see where we're at there before I decide to go back to the wiki book, the Blender wiki book. So we'll do this, and then we'll see what we'll see, and then yeah, I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do once I get done with both of these, this and the Blender book, exactly. But hopefully I'll be working. Actually, I'll be going through another Unity tutorial, a more basic Unity tutorial, because that's really what I needed, to start with. Because really, I just wanted to do my little deal of moving a 3D object around when you clicked on stuff and interacting and all that. So should start really getting rolling on this game pretty soon. So stay with me, and I'll see you in the next video.